Just gotta figure out how this thing works. Okay, remember, look here, don't look here.
Yes.
Look over here, right here, right there. All right, flight 1, Wooster, going to Wooster, Ohio, for the Steakhouse Owners Operators Summit. Group Summit. Way too many big words. I can't keep up. But
we're gonna go hang out at CAB headquarters.
Right, eat some meat, check out where our beef comes from, then bring it back to you guys. So it's been a long time since we've been on here. The last time we were posting on the channel was April of 2022.
Yeah. No, last year.
That was 2022.
22. Wow. And I run a business. Multiple.
Anyway, yeah, start to a good weekend. So hopefully bringing lots of information about CAB, where our beef comes from, and the families that grow it. So see you all soon. Probably about the time we land. It's gonna be really fast, like that. It's dark in here. There we go. There she is. So pretty.
In all my nauseous glory.
Yep. Tiff got a little nauseous on the car ride here. So we made it to Wooster. Not a lot of airplane footage. We landed in Chicago.
Yep, midway.
Landed in Chicago, had exactly 11 minutes to make it to our next flight. Got there, Tiff was sprinting the whole way. It was hilarious. Got on the plane, another loaded one. Both of our flights were absolutely loaded full. So that was lovely. But the air was good on the second flight. The first flight, not so much. But made it into...
You were sweating.
Yeah. Made it into Cleveland.
Yes.
Landed in Cleveland. Scott picked us up in a fancy Cadillac.
Yeah,
CAB
just rolling the red carpet out.
CAB, you're doing it right. So, as a restaurant owner, if you're watching this, you should be using CAB. They send you Cadillacs. But we landed in Cleveland. Scott picked us up, had a ride out. Tiff was incredibly nauseous on that car ride.
It was not him.
It was not Scott, no.
It's not you, it's me.
So that was that. Got us to the Holiday Inn Express. Jake at the front desk was wonderful. We are right next door, actually, right out here. Scott drove us past everything. Undoing the camera as I go. Lift him up, babe.
Okay. There it is.
Right, there's a CAB building. There's one there. I don't think we can see it, but there's another one right over there that I'm assuming we'll go to at some point. So we're close to the action. We're excited to be here. The TV even says welcome to Wooster. 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 What did he say? It's not Wooster, it's Wooster.
Wooster. And...
Hold on. I gotta tighten the camera up here. We'll edit all this crap out. Gotta get back in the YouTube game.
Yep.
Ooh, very nice.
That and...
Little gift from CAB.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, CAB. We are excited to be here. Tiff's going to unnauseous herself now. And I'm gonna go see if there's a place that has alcohol, because we're on vacation. It is a business trip, so we're gonna keep it low-key drinking. But there's still gotta be drinking. So, catch you on a flip-flop. So I have a question. As I was on the 2 different flights today, I was watching the stewardesses, flight attendants, what do you call them?
What's the PC word?
Yeah, what's the PC? Either way.
Description.
The individuals that make sure you're safe during the flight and get you peanuts and pop and whatever. Anyway, the stewardesses, that's what we're gonna go with. Is it awkward that they walk up and down the aisles and look at everybody's crotch before we take off? I thought that was weird. Like, not just a quick glance, like they stared right at my junk. And then at my wife's crotch, and then at the random dude sitting next to us. They stare at everybody's crotch.
Imagine what they see.
You imagine what they've seen over the years?
Stories. Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
Imagine their stories.
Yeah, that just hit me. That's weird. Like, as a restaurant owner, I can't walk out of my dining room and just walk around staring at people's crotches. That's weird. But as a stewardess, flight attendant, whatever you call them, you can. Huh.
Perks of the job or curse of the job?
Well said, honey. Good morning.
Morning.
Tuesday morning, right, hon?
Yes.
Tuesday morning, we're headed over to the culinary science lab, meat lab.
Yeah.
We're going to do some stuff this morning. Had a fun night out. CAB took us out around Wooster. Around Wooster. We're getting better.
To downtown, historic. It was gorgeous.
It was very, very beautiful. Had some cocktails at a really nice bar.
Yep.
Then we had a steak dinner. And then we went and had a couple more drinks.
Some dessert.
Tiff went back to the room like a smart girl. I went ahead and went out to the bar for a little bit longer with some of the guys we met here.
We're gonna clarify bar.
I didn't want to say the name of the place. Kind of a seedy little joint.
Yeah, it is a chain restaurant. That, no, it's not a bar.
We behaved ourselves, but either way, we're heading over there to the Culinary Center right now. Excited to see what they've got for us. We're gonna get to work with Diana Clark today.
Today's a little bit of a field trip.
Yeah, and we get to go to the farm. So hopefully they're okay with me videoing some stuff, and we can bring you guys along the ride, along the way.
Along with us.
Y'all are coming with us. So we'll see y'all soon. It's cold.
Zabuton technically comes from, is this chuck roll.
And Zabuton, sorry, I'm not really familiar with that.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is either.
Zabuton, yeah, and like your Denver steaks that come out, it's a chuck flap, I'll show you, I think that'd be easier. So chuck eye right here, so this is the exact same muscles as your ribeye, which is your longissimus dorsospinalis and your complexus, right up there. So you have to remove this chuck eye roll from your underblade. So this needs to get pulled up. This is a smaller animal, just an FYI, compared to what you'd see in industry. But this is like, they call this the Santa Fe steak. No, the Sierra steak, the Santa Fe's off the round. This is the splenius muscle. It kind of looks like a flank, but you know, same muscle texture and everything. Eats a lot like a flank too. So there's that on there, and then you just have to trim some of this fat off, and then the only other thing is the neck hump that's on here. And that is all short rib muscle. That's right here. You can see that kind of go like out like that, because that's serratus ventralis is the name of this muscle, because it's serrated in that muscle texture. So now you'd have this, they block it off, I think a little bit more, but essentially it's your chuck flap but bigger. And so you could take this now and you could actually split it here, and then you could cut your Denvers out of here. I'm assuming that's what people would be doing with the Zabuton, is just cutting this for that, which is, I mean, it's pretty phenomenal piece.
Almost looks like the picanha steak.
Yeah, it does. That kind of have that cap.
Yeah.
This one is a bit more squared up when you cut from here. That chuck flap's going to be really.
You cut your picanha out of that.
What's that?
You cut the picanha.
No, it just kind of gives it that same look.
Oh, it uses sirloin.
We do a lot of sirloin, and we'll do that top, peel that back, peel that off. More for just a comb. Like, yeah, I got a buddy of mine's wife's Brazilian, and they're like, "Oh, we can't find that around Lincoln. Can't get it." I'm like, "Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you."
What's the actual name for the picanha? What's the
Top sirloin cap.
Yeah, it's
Culotte.
culotte.
Yeah.
There we go.
If you guys want to try any of these, we can have the chefs put this out on lunch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those look pretty nice.
Does anyone say no?
Usually I suggest to like, guys, really we're just gonna do this, but. So there's your zabuton. So then the rest of your pieces that you'd have in here would be boneless short rib. So this is the same muscle as your short rib. And then this right here is your chuck roll. Chefs do an incredible job smoking this. Mustard, salt and pepper, shredded. This is phenomenal meat right there. I'd say it's better than brisket. I hate to say that out loud, but I'll say it. I'll hold on to that.
Well, the salt jumps.
No,
Okay. So then we had like all these customers buying these combos, right?
You could either. Oh my god,
This is so salty. Like, what's the deal?
All right, first part of the day is over. That was information heavy about,
Meat science,
meat science, the markets,
the state of the brand,
everything that's going on right now with them.
which
it's
is
like-
exactly what we need to know. It's just
Right,
drinking from a fire hose.
there it is, right there. That's what I was trying to spit out. I couldn't get it. I'm glad you were on the same page there, hon. But anyway, first part of the day was really, really good. This next part, really excited to do.
That's what I'm here for.
Loading up on the bus, and they are going to take us out to a local farm that raises CAB for them. It's calving season, so maybe I'll get myself shoulder deep in a cow and
Heifer?
pull out a. No,
I think they're there already, honey.
yeah, they probably
I don't
are.
think you're gonna have to assist with that.
Probably not.
But I can't.
No,
wait
you
to
can't
pet
get your arm in a heifer because a heifer is an
Oh.
unbred.
unbred.
That's a young, not yet mother. I believe that's right.
I'm sorry.
I think so. I sound smart. I'm going to edit this to make myself sound smart anyway. So, anyway, next part's going to be awesome. We're really, really excited to bring that back. The show on the farm, the labor of love that starts out on the farm with these families. We're actually part of the guys. There's two guys from Nebraska that are ranchers as well, 5th generation ranchers, and talking about bringing the cattle or the calves back in the middle of blizzards that are born and they're freeze to death if you don't get to them right away. Bringing them back and putting them in a warm bathtub and sitting in those bathtubs and keeping them alive, and then just sitting there when they don't and just being heartbroken like you've lost a family member. So just having these conversations, it's really, really eye-opening that
And it's important.
It's incredibly important.
Their stories are very important.
Yep.
They need to be told.
Yep, for sure. So, all right, rambled on long enough. I'll edit it so I sound really smart like I know what I'm talking about. And we'll see you guys soon. Is that a cigarette in his mouth?
Well, the cows haven't been in heat for a long time since they're all bred, so he's living with them, but he's better free. 31, that's our favorite cow. Her name's Ariel. We think they're getting close. We might put them in a pen in the barn, but we don't have room to put all these cows in. So even when it's really cold and snowy, the cows are frustrated out here. They don't like it. They actually probably could really get it. So we nail that up, wrap it in plastic. Brought her in, over here, put on a glove, reached in to feel, and he couldn't feel a calf. Strange, right? Like there should be a calf in there. Usually when you reach in, you can feel it. So we called the vet. The the vet came out, and the vet determined that she had a twisted uterus. So the calf is a uterus, right? Uterus gets twisted. The guts and stuff were kind of in the way. He thought maybe when we rolled her, we sort of shifted things around. So he said it was probably one of the most difficult C-sections he's ever done. But we had a live calf, and she's alive, and so that's it. You guys can...
Okay, grab one in the pipe. You grab the other.
You guys are just going to lift up.
Feet off the ground, Mandy.
Yep, they're all 4 off the ground.
76.
Oh, shoot. That's easy. So this is a little heifer. So that's the birth weight we said earlier. Remember, we weigh them all when they're born. So we'll record that when we go in. We'll put that in that computer system. And that birth weight will affect that mama cow's birth weight EPD. Right? Now the bull that we use to breed that cow, that birth weight's also going to affect his birth weight EPD. And so that was an AI sired calf. So there may be hundreds or thousands of calves born from that bull that we use to breed this cow to. So all those birth weights, just like that we collected, we're all putting those into the same system, right? So that's how those EPDs are generated and then updated on a weekly basis.
Well, all right, we just completed dinner at the CAB Culinary Center. Was delicious. There was pasta. There was all kinds of different beef from all over the animal. Cooked 3 or 4 different ways. A short rib Wellington that was delicious. Did have a little non-beef items there. Tried escargot for the first time. It was delicious. We also tried these things. I'll try to remember what it is. It's the Achilles tendon from a steer. And that Achilles tendon, they take it, puree it, like in a Roboku, tear it down. Take the Achilles, boil it cook it in a pressure cooker. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this right. But put it in a pressure cooker and cook it till it turns into like gelatin. And then they blend it in the Roboku with some seasonings. Then they take that, pour it in molds, freeze it. Once it's set up and frozen, they slice it really thin and it looks like pork rinds. Chimichurro, I believe is what it's called. I don't know. Absolutely delicious. Beefy flavor, great texture of like a light pork rind, but it was phenomenal. And then we dipped that in like a whipped butter type something or another, and then the escargot was laid on that. Friggin' delicious. Way outside my scope of comfort zone. That's what they're trying to do with some of the cuts and some of the things here, is get us outside of our comfort zone. So it's been a ton of fun today. You guys will have seen before this the trip to the farm. Didn't get as much video out there as I wanted, but I was trying to soak it in myself. I didn't want to just be behind the camera the whole time. So an absolute blast out here. We finish up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Finish up tomorrow. We start early in the morning. We're going to talk social media type things, some more market insights, things like that. So that's about a half day, and then Tif and I will take off and head back to work and try to tell everybody about this. But it's a great place for our employees to come as well. They do have some summits for employees and chefs and things like that. So hopefully we're going to be able to start doing some of that stuff too. So if you're one of my employees and you're watching this, there you go. You might get to come to Wooster. But an absolute great day today. We'll wrap it up and see you in the morning, because that's my bed right there, and I'm going to sleep because I may or may not have stayed out a little too late last night with the boys, and may or may not have had too many drinks, but not as many as Nick. Nick, you know who you are. That was hilarious. All right. See you guys in the morning.
Consumers know you guys are serving the very best beef. That's the best way to do it, by using that logo or the full favorite phrase. A few of the cool services that we actually have here at Certified Angus Beef is we do menu design, but we also just have menu proofing.